How I edit hair tutorial. First thing I do is add a layer, and then I select multiply. I select the hair area so it's easier. Use the watercolor mix fade. Select the hair color. Once done, start going around the edges. When you're done, it should look like this. Turn on force fade and keep it at any setting you would like. Do this at the end of the hair. When it's finished, it will look something like this. Add another layer and select the blending mode add. If you accidentally unselected the hair color, reselect it. I usually do it twice so it's lighter, but I do have a darker hair OC. Go around the edges again. And now do the same thing you did with the dark color. Add another layer and hit blending mode add again. Select the color of highlights. Make it small enough so you can still see the other highlights but also see that one as well. And now do another layer and do another blending mode add. Select the color white. Make the brush smaller. Make sure you can still see the other highlights as well. Lower the opacity to 61%. Add another layer and select multiply this time. Select the darker color. Lower the opacity to 63%. And now you're done with the hair. How I edit skin. I start off by selecting where there's any showing skin. Then I add a layer and select blending mode multiply. Select a grayish purple color. Just color all the skin, it just makes it so much easier. Use this brush to color over the skin. And as for the eraser, use Dip Pen Soft. Lower the opacity to 35. Add a layer and select blending mode add. Select the skin tone. Lower the brush opacity to 7% and just color where the light source is coming from. Blur around the edges. Lower the layer opacity to 66%. Add a normal layer. Select the brush Dip Pen Hard. Color the under eye kinda like eyeliner. Do the same thing to the over eye. Do that on both sides. Blur it, but be sure to lower the blur opacity. Now select a darker pinkish red. Color wherever you want the blush to be. Use a blurring filter. Now it looks something like this. Shrink your brush size and select the line tool thing. Add another normal layer. Now draw the lines under the eyes. Now I usually finish up by drawing eyelids. I usually do it to the over and under eye. Lower the opacity to 19%. And now you're done with the skin. How I edit clothing. Tutorial! I select the clothing piece I want to work on first. Then I select the color. Add a layer and select the blending mode, multiply. Use the fade watercolor brush. Go around the edges. Lower the opacity to 53%. And now select a darker color. Add another multiply layer. Do the same thing as before. It will look like this when you are done. Lower your blur opacity and blur it. Lower the opacity to 85%. Add another layer with blending mode add. Select the clothing color. Color in empty space. After that, it will look something like this. Use the blur tool. Lower the layer opacity to 53. Reorder it so the first multiply layer is on top. And now do the same steps for the rest of the clothes. When you're done, it will look like this. How I edit eyes. Tutorial! Select the eyes. Add a layer, blending mode, multiply. Use felt tip pen hard. Next, the darker color of the eye. Color in the eyes. Use the dip pen soft. Erase. Add another layer, blending mode, add. Once again, select the darker color. Select the added color, and now draw another tiny circle. And now you blur it. And now you're done.